Good morning, everyone. I hope you've all had a great weekend. And getting into this week, there's a lot of content to cover. But in this news headline, Rupert warns of bread riot risks. And what he's basically speaking about is contraction around the world, food supply issues. And he's warning that when people don't have bread, they riot. And why is this a problem to him? Because it upsets his money making apple cart. So Rupert is not really concerned about the people here. He's concerned about the fact that they might riot because they don't have bread. So it's very important to understand the perspective. And as usual, you get the links to this article in the first comment below the video as well as in the description. You can also find my other social media links there. Richemont shares plunged the most in more than 2 years on Friday after the Cartier owner said Chinese demand will be slower to recover than expected, clouding prospects for a market that has fueled the luxury industry's recent growth. In other words, Richemont has made lots of money, massive profits, but this is not good enough for people like this. You see, the Swiss watch and jewelry maker suffered a financial hit in Russia, failed to strike a deal for its online sales unit, and forecasts rocky times ahead, particularly in China. What he's actually saying to his shareholders is you're going to have rocky times ahead. And what that means is you won't get as much additional profit as you used to. It doesn't mean that you won't have bread to eat because these people are multi-millionaires and some of them even billionaires. The stock fell as much as 14%. Oh, shame, having lost almost a third of its value this year. Even if the worst of COVID is hopefully behind us, and this is quoting him, we face a global environment which is the most unsettled we have experienced for a number of years, said Chair Johan Rupert. We face volatile times ahead when he says that he understands it better than most. His comments raise questions about luxury demand, which has defied gloom recently, buoyed by rich consumers who are more insulated from the effects of lockdowns and the cost of living crisis. So these people have been spending as if nothing is wrong in the world. Rupert said on a call with reporters that his gut feeling is, and his gut feeling is very well informed, I can tell you that, is that the Chinese economy is going to suffer the impacts of COVID and lockdowns longer than most people think, and that the country's rebound will be slower than that of our others. Now, what that means is all countries that are invested in getting their supplies from China are going to suffer. And the fact that we aren't self-reliant in South Africa, and the fact that we need supply from China, is what makes us weak as a country with regards to our supplies. We should produce items right here. About 40% of Richemont's stores in that market are currently closed. So 40% of the stores in China is closed. The country is going to take an economic blow, said Rupert. There will be a temporary contraction. He said investors, and he mentioned that it's going to be around a decade for things to recover. He said investors shouldn't expect a triple-digit rebound in China and that it will be slower than the recent US recovery. Big companies in China are likely to cut jobs, weighing in on consumers' purchasing power. So what he's saying, he's just interested in the fact that people can consume his products. If people can't consume his products, then there's a huge problem for him. He doesn't feel sad for the people at all. Political polarization, as seen in the US and France, risks dampening the feel-good factor that drives luxury consumption, Rupert said. So he wants a feel-good factor out there in the world that makes people just buy left, right, and center, very expensive items. So this is why he's concerned. And now we get to the crux of the article. Also, inflation may lead to political demonstrations in some countries, not just in South Africa. I'm worried about the crisis in basic foods, he said, not the people. The fact that it can't be supplied to the people. We are going to have shortages. People riot when there is no bread, as if he's not a people, a person. I'm not going to go through the rest of the article. You can go and read it further. There's many other similar articles, and I will link an article from News 24 about the volatile times, as given by Johan Rupert, his perspective, and you can go and read it yourself. But thank you very much for watching this video, and think about the consequences of people not having basic food to eat. Um, he is saying that he's concerned about is obviously for his own gain, but think about the consequences for you. You know, the people that he can't even comprehend thinking about. He's just worried that you might riot. Thank you very much. If you like other content like this, please subscribe to this video. Click the bell icon to receive notifications for future videos. Thank you very much. Till the next video.